Chapter 43. A City and Its Protector. 3rd POV. It was just a couple of hours after Izuku disappeared that all the teachers of UA sat together in a meeting room and started to debate how to get him back. Aizawa. We need to go on a search. Mike. But where are we looking? Midnight. And you said it was just a black portal and a guy with a lot of hands and Izu just attacked? 13. It looked like it. Aizawa. Then how about we search the whole city? 13. They teleported away. Nezu. That means they could be in another city too. Just as Nezu said that out loud, everyone fell silent, and as if the timing couldn't be any better, a portal opened right in front of them. Aizawa. That is the same portal. Nezu. Do not attack until we can be sure that Izuku is well off. It really couldn't be any better timing than that Izuku went through the portal first. He wasn't alone though. Shigaraki, All for One and Kurogiri followed him as well. Izuku. I am back and brought friends with me. Normally there was one person that would never show how worried he was, but this time, he not only stood up abruptly but also made the chair fall to the ground backwards and dashed towards Izuku, first checking him up on any kind of injuries and then hugging him. Aizawa. Kitten. Where the heck were you? Izuku. I was with my friends. Mike. What do you mean with friends? 13. I saw them kidnap you. Shigaraki. We were out to save him. Izuku. Long story short, they wanted to give me the freedom I had as feral. Nezu. All for one when I am not wrong. AFO? Yes. The moment he said that, everyone besides Izuku was getting ready to jump in and attack them, but feral was standing in between them. The villains were not real villains and he knew it. The only things was that Izuku needed to tell their stories which no one wanted to listen to earlier. Izuku. Stop it. Hear me out before you guys decide to attack all of the sudden. It was at this point that everyone was looking at Izuku, who was hissing and warning everyone to stand back. He wanted to tell their story. He wanted everyone to understand them, and so after Nezu gave him the permission, he did as he wanted and told their story. Izuku. That's why they are villains. Nezu. I see. Aizawa. Still doesn't explain why they kidnapped you. Izuku. You see, I know them from earlier as feral, and they thought that since I was a cheetah and injured when you guys got me, that I was held captive, seeing as I am a vigilante. Mike. Oh, Shigaraki. We stand with feral. He managed to do what we wanted to do. Nezu. And that would be AFO. Removing All Might from the Hero Society. Nezu. Now that that is done, what do you think of doing? AFO. We would love to help feral in his way to be a hero. Shigaraki. I'll personally see to it that he will be the number one. Izuku. Wow, hold on. I never wanted to be number one, or not anymore. I just want to be me. Feral, and I'll stay as an underground hero, a shadow for every villain. AFO. Then we will be your shadow, informing you about everything from the dark side. Izuku. Wait, hold on. You don't mean to tell me? AFO? Yes. We will stay as villains. That is how the society is seeing us. Nezu. We could change that. Shigaraki. Let's be honest, society never changes the opinion. Besides, this is how we can help you. Nezu. It seems like you guys have already set your priorities straight. AFO. We did. Aizawa. And you will be watching over my kitten. AFO. As if he was my own son. Aizawa. Very well. Izuku. Wait, but that means you guys will stay being villains. Shigi. I think you didn't understand us. We want to stay villains to help you. Izuku. But, Kurogiri. You want to stay feral, and so do we want to stay on the dark side as your eyes and ears. Mike. Spies. That surely will help you. Midnight. Not as if the pure name is putting anxiety in the heart of every villain. It was just like that Nezu allowed the villains to stay villains. This time, however, he made Powerloader also create weapons as well as new outfits and gadgets so that we could always be in contact. Even though it takes time for Izuku to be officially a hero, he already made the biggest progress he could have ever made. Now he had a network operating in his name, telling him of every villain's plan in the underground. As if that wasn't enough, having the number one villains as another kind of father was surely something else. Kurogiri also dedicated his life to being a bartender. He reopened the bar with the help of his old friends Mike, Midnight and Aizawa. It was a special place made only for villains and shielded from the heroes, or so they thought, since it was actually just so that they could gather information about the villains themselves pretty easily. After their villain name was cleared, AFO told them everything they needed to know about Kurogiri, since he himself couldn't remember the past. It was once again All Might who decided that a teleportation quirk was a sign of villainous and tried to get rid of him. All AFO did was give him a second chance in life by making himself a lighter version of a Nomu. It was the only way for Kurogiri to survive the attack and the wounds that he got from All Might. Knowing that Mike, Midnight and Aizawa did everything to make up for the lost time they had. They were friends after all, and they never gave up searching for him. Izuku was only happy to see that everything went out well. He continued staying in UA as a student and never told Class 1A and his friends about his second identity, as he knew how dangerous it could be. Though he did announce his hero name at the sports festival to be Feral. Tsukachi also figured out that he was the real deal after seeing him shift. Thankfully, the detective also took a liking to the kid and decided to stay quiet, as no one knew the Black Cat better than him. This was how Izuku stayed being a vigilante all through his years in UA and officially managed to be an underground hero afterwards. His name was only cursing through the street as if he was a ghost. The villains were all scared of him, as he was rumored to be a black mass of nothingness. Needless to say that the years Izuku was feral, the city and its people lived a normal, happy life with nearly no crimes and no murder happening. The villains all chose another city and not the one protected by Feral, Achita and his family, as well as friend group protecting him. _N_N. Thanks for reading this, and I hope you enjoyed it too.